Neph, we get a treat.
And I got good news about this Enigma pickup. Jiang Hu Man actually ran this in the one game, game number one, against the Cut when they played them.
I
So
remember that.
yeah, had a lot of success with this one. Again, I went back and watched that series before I'd jump on the cast with you again today. Enigma ended up working out pretty well for them, and so far they don't have a huge amount of interrupt for the black hole, especially once he gets his BKB. It's no longer stuns you with the Will-O-Wisp. He's got no stuns in his kit. The Mars, he has to throw that spear out into you. Once that's done, it's the only thing you have to worry about so far. So DogChamp, they're forced to pick up some disables here. Their drafting pool has suddenly shrunk a huge amount.
I think you just pick Zeus mid lane.
You grab Zeus,
and you just go Zeus mid lane.
You got a serious lack of physical damage. I mean, once you get BKBs on the side of Jiang Hu here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pick up a very strong right clicking carry, but I would not be surprised to see like a Zeus pickup in the mid lane. Just because it's so difficult to play these heroes with the Zeus here. And there's your Alchemist. Okay, that's a decent response to the Enigma, because Enigma doesn't really have enough damage to push him out of lane, but it does kind of offset the fact that Enigma's just stealing your farm every lane, or every creep wave with the demonic conversion. So you're like, oh, I have less creeps to farm. That's fine. I get more money from creeps.
Oh, well, that is an incredibly tanky frontliner, like you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need some burst damage. I mean, Nyx brings the burst now. Don't get me wrong. That hero is able just 100 to 0 a lot of people. Alchemist a little bit too much HP to do that with, but that solves the problem. We now have Black Hole Cataclysm to work with.
I don't even think you go the Exort build here.
Well, you'll have it eventually, regardless.
Yeah, I don't even the thing is I don't even think you need to go the Exort build, because I think the idea here is if you just group up with like Enigma, who has like an early Necro book. See, if I'm DogChamp, I'd 100% ban the Lycan right now. I feel like there is no way you can play this game against a Lycan.
Yeah, I think you get rid of that one.
I think they just pick up two old Enigma can build Necro Book. You can build Necro Book on the Lycan, and then you just take lanes. Their only D push is Keeper of the Light, and Lycan just runs at him. So it feels very difficult.
Yeah, getting rid of another frontliner here. It's possible to grab. Ricky is good here. Ricky is very good here as well on Jiang Hu.
Okay, I was like, it's also really good for DogChamp.
10 seconds.
I mean, you have no frontline if you pick up a Ricky, but it is very good. You can get on the Keeper of the Light, get on the Enchantress, blow up Mars, have enough damage to blow up the Alchemist. I'm not sure if you grab a Ricky or you grab like a tanky frontliner. There's not that many left. Those most of the strength heroes are very weak at the moment, other than the Wraith King.
Just pick safe lane Beastmaster or Lycan, honestly. I'd be down for a safe lane Beastmaster. I think it'd be fine. It dominates the Mars lane.
The safe lane Beastmaster specialist isn't here today.
True.
It was on the side of DogChamp.
It's normally on the side of DogChamp. That's Fade that plays
Fade.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to pick something that can beat the Mars lane. We definitely knew that the Jug ban was coming for sure. There's no way they let Jug through. You've already banned out the Ursa, the Monkey King, Wraith King, Troll Warlord. You could go Terrorblade here if you want to just push late game, and definitely outscale DogChamp, because there is nothing that DogChamp can pick into the Terrorblade. I don't think that would fit their timing.
5 seconds.
But
then you severely lack wave clear here on Jiang Hu. Besides Grimstroke, you don't have any way of dealing with them.
I feel like Keeper of the Light was one of the biggest problems in the last series. So they need something to deal with that one. The amount of blast that guy got, being able to hold towers. You said it yourself, the mid and the bottom lane were untouched at the 20-minute mark, both sitting at 1800 HP. And Phantom Assassin picked up blast. I don't like it.
I don't either. I actually don't like that at all. it's like good into the
Not-
Alchemist in the term that it does a lot of physical damage, and it pretty much destroys the Mars lane. Like, Mars cannot deal with PA in lane. He struggles to arena her constantly just because of how evasive she is. Not because of evasion, but because of Blink Strike, of course. So this is... I think the PA slows down their game plan here, and maybe that's what they want, is to go late game against DogChamp, but I think DogChamp, if Creep has a decent start here on the Alchemist, which they really don't have a lot of ways of pushing him out, he is just going to run them over.
It's going to be interesting. They're going to put Old White up against wherever Creep is, I think, whether it's the bottom of the top lane. They might try to rotate him, and he's going to get one less Creep every wave.
Yeah. I love the Nyx set. I'm not sure if you remember this. This was like one of the first immortals in the game, the Dagon, that like attached to Nyx Assassin's back.
I got an auspicious version when I was playing was it the Spirit Beast? Year Beast? The one where you were like with 5 people and you were like killing it.
Yeah. I had a handful of them and I ended up selling them because I was a dirty item trader for a while.
I mean, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Everyone who comes into Dota seems to be mesmerized with hats. Eventually, you stop caring.
Neph, no one stops caring about hats. Why do you think the compendium exists?
Fair enough.
Everybody cares about hats. It is the most important thing in this game. All right, let's take a look at the game.
I do like the cowboy hat on the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I will say, I agree. The cowboy hat is pretty funny. I run this same set on my own PA.
But here we go. Game number 2. Jiang Hu, they don't have the best lineup with the heroes on DogChamp, but they had the Enigma and they had this Phantom Assassin in the one game they managed to take off the cut. So maybe they're just falling back on comfort picks here. They figure, all right, if they ever group up, we got the Black Hole. The game goes late enough. We have the Phantom Assassin. We're ticking both our boxes with that one. We'll have to see. The question is if DogChamp will let them get a multi-man Black Hole. Let them get in a late game. Last game, it looked like they had them all figured out. All these team fights.
Man, this guy really needed to level up his Nyx set for the ultimate.
Casper one?
What? No, he needed to level up the Nyx mask so he gets like the gold and black one. That would have looked so epic. It's such a cool upgrade.
How do you get that one?
You had to complete the like different parts of the compendium to unlock it.
So it's just stuck like this forever then.
Yeah. Or I think it was the jungle crawl or whatever, whichever. I don't know when this one came out, but yeah, you had to complete like different levels of. So like this is like you get to the Nyx Assassin, and then there's like the 3 charms in the jungle that you're the cave crawl or whatever it was this year that you have to unlock, and then you have to complete the entire backside of the board and get to the Nyx, I think, again to unlock the 3rd version.
My God, that sounds
exhausting.
Sorry, very fun. Fun. Sounds like a lot of people loved that.
Yeah. They're making it more and more difficult to get hats, man. It's pay to win now.
It actually is sometimes, though.
Yeah, it actually is, yeah.
Okay. We saw those giant trants the other day, didn't we?
Which one?
Okay, the regular size trants. That one Nature's Prophet set, your super trants look like regular ones.
Yeah, that is something shroom time or something like that.
Have they fixed that yet?
No, they have not. It is still in the game.
I talked about it on a two DPC broadcasts, man. I don't know.
You think Valve's gonna hotfix stuff like that? I mean, maybe they did actually. I haven't seen Nature's Prophet in the last like day, so maybe it got hot patched today, but I don't think it did.
They fixed the Overwatch thing very quickly after we talked about it on the broadcast, though.
That is true. That got removed the same day almost.
Yeah. It's just a matter of how much they care. They didn't want people finding out Overwatch was out yet or exactly what it does, which is an interesting system, by the way. We have a moment to talk about it. Have you gone over any Overwatch cases, Ricky?
Oh yeah, I had 3. Got to stream them. They were very fun. Enjoyed them. I will say 2 of the ones that I got, I like downloaded the replay and then it bugged, and then I like reloaded Dota and it was gone, and I was like, okay, well,
I
it's fine.
I personally have gotten several each time I have not done them or even downloaded the replay, it just says Overwatch case ready and it sits there. I refuse to do free work for Valve.
All right, Valve, you heard him. Send me all of Neph's Overwatch cases. Thank you.
All right. Well, Frostivus, New Bloom, Dire Tide, a little bit quicker. Thank you very much. Anything else am I missing? Or is those just the three?
Are you talking about all
battle things that I want before I'm starting willing to work on Overwatch cases?
Yeah, whatever happened to Frostivus this year?
Well, we had Dire Tide go into like late December.
Literally, it went to like December 20th.
Yeah. It came out on like October 30th. Yeah. Faster Dire Tide. Frostivus, please. Thank you very much. New Bloom.
Well, I feel like New Bloom should be happening. I mean, I hope it's happening, right? Because Chinese New Year is this week, right? This next week?
Yeah.
So maybe Valve is hiding the New Bloom festival. And we don't know.
You know what? You've released New Bloom in a timely fashion. I'll start working on Overwatch cases again. The community needs to rise up and come together and do this.
Yes, I am with you, Neph. No, I love the Overwatch cases. The one thing I like is the fact that a bunch of people are like, "Wow, I'm getting so many like Overwatch cases for just people reporting bad players. Like, why is this happening? This isn't even like what like a lot of people are complaining that it's like a waste of Overwatch, but I would argue that that is exactly what Overwatch is for, right?
Yeah.
Preventing people who are like new to the game, don't necessarily understand, or just getting grief reported by an angry person, and not being sent to low prio. So if you're complaining, that, oh no, I have to review an Overwatch case of a player who's just new or something, well, cut it out. Help save that man and or woman, or let them continue playing Dota instead of that being a terrible first experience to the game.
Right, now I feel like a bad person for not doing them, but I still
this is my goal all along, make Neph feel bad about avoiding Overwatch.
Still not doing the free work, though.
All right, that's fair.
Let's jump back into the game. We got, lanes have started. It's going to be Invoker up here against the Queen of Pain. Not a lane that Queen of Pain is crazy about, unfortunately. So instead of getting any points in the dagger, as it's hard to get close to the Invoker, and then even Harass is going to stick because he's going this Quas Wex build. Instead, you go Scream of Pain to secure yourself farm.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only way to do it. You know, once Invoker gets level 3, your harassment is just pretty much gone, right? Like, you get the 2 points in Quas. Wow, well, that was some nice timing on the CS there from P1. Oh, the high ground miss.
Not such great timing on that one, unfortunately.
I'm curious what's happening here in the bottom lane. WDR just getting ran at by an Eidolon in Bloody 9. I mean, once you have level 2 with the impetus, Nyx Assassin's going to really struggle. A nice block there on the hard camp.
He's getting pretty close to that level 2 that you're talking about. Continue to block this hard camp here.
Yaren breaking the ankles of Storm there, dodging out that stroke of fate. No, he has a Fairy Fire. I was like, maybe you get the kill there, but you have Fairy Fire.
Yaren has to be somewhat careful. I mean, Keeper of the Light has a lot of movement speed to work with, but again, Heavy Burst comes out from this Grimstroke, which is why a couple people have started to play it mid. I'm glad we don't have it bleeding out into my competitive Dota, though. Otherwise, you'd probably be seeing it more. I was there when position 4 snipers started being picked.
Hey, man, those were the glory days. I loved that. Oh, Storm top lane, falling pretty low. Yarn going for the snipe. Gets the first blood right at the tip of the horse. Gotta love it.
It's 1550 range on that thing, and manages to finish him off there. I mean, you'd rather the first blood gold goes the way of Lukey here, so he can his first couple of items, but Yarn getting those early trank boots doesn't hurt either. It'll be much harder to harass him out of the lane now. Just leaves for a second, heals up.
My God, that's so much damage. Yeah, I was like, he's gonna get speared, right? Oh my goodness. What a play from the Keeper of Light, that full illuminate from far range. That's what we say, this hero doesn't like fight you in the jungle. He just sits back, channeling his big staff, and he's like, all right, hello, I'm gonna snipe you from downtown.
Hard to get away from him as well. Echo's game suddenly so much harder. Only sitting at 14-0 right now for CS. Gonna take another blast here. Oh, your HP, your tangos.
They're mauling.
The economy of them is just destroyed.
B9 goes down bottom. Nice catch there by Old White. He did have the Harpy Stormcrafter, but it's out of mana now. I wonder if... Yeah, I don't know how they actually didn't take that much harassment damage from it.
They're sitting at full HP probably, and they're healing up at the moment, so it's difficult for this Enchantress to get too much harass. I mean, the Alchemist is offering absolutely nothing, just acid spraying the creep wave, trying to, I guess, get Bloody 9 to debate them away from his creep wave for as long as possible, and if you end up dying on the Enchantress, then it's somewhat worth it. I mean, look at how difficult. He denies one creep with an Eidolon, he uses the Eidolon to deny the next one. He's sitting at 19-2. He's doing his best here on creep, but playing against an Enigma and as a safe laner is never fun.
Yeah, you just 12 denies is the story of Enigma, right? I've seen Enigmas have more denies than last hits, so it's just what happens when you play against the hero. The 5-minute bounty runes coming up. Bloody 9 positioned already to take this. Did even pick up a Centaur. There's absolutely no way anyone can pressure this. They're going to pick up 3 here on the side of DogChamp as a result. So nicely done by them.
It's a 3-for-1 exchange there, which, you know, when you have an Alchemist here, you're pretty happy about. He's going to have fairly quick phase boots.
Just watching Neko just take another blast. It hurts, man.
I mean, one safe laner is taking a bunch of damage and struggling to get close to the creep wave because of it, and has to spend a bunch of extra money on regen. The other safe laner has to deal with an Enigma, and they're both at somewhat similar last hits.
Yeah. The difference
Normally
is going to be the experience, right?
Yeah.
Neko has been forced off the lane. He did have that early death as well. And Alchemist, it farms much faster. Once you hit the level 6, you have the 3 points in the acid spray. You might go 3 points in Grievel's Greed, but yeah, there's the acid spray. I was thinking, oh. All right, Storm's dead. Jerry missing a kill top lane. Bottom lane, they actually rotate Neko down and pick up B9 there on the Enchantress. I think this is necessary. You can't actually keep PA top anymore.
It would have been great if you got that kill onto B9, but you know, your lane is going so poorly that you have less last hits than the Alchemist who's playing against Enigma. That speaks for itself how necessary it is that you get out of there.
They're going to be able to jump on the Alki. Doesn't have that level 6 quite yet. That Malefice taking him down. Great body blocks from WDR. They're trying to zone it out. B9, you're kidding with the save. Oh my gosh. He just squeaks right on in the middle.
That B9 is wide. Blocking them so they get away there.
Who knew Bambi was so thick, dude?
Awesome escape. Thank you. As they never mind. All right.
Stumped you on that one.
Yeah, no. Top lane, they managed to grab the tower because you were forced to get out of there with that 5-minute catapult that was still up 2 minutes later, and Lisa ends up going down while looking for a pickoff. Rotated into the wrong neighborhood here.
They're going to continue the aggression down here as well, as B9's a little bit out of position. Level 3 WDR here on the Nyx. I mean, you can definitely kill this Enchantress before she gets to level 6 with the Untouchable. Looks like they're going to send Grimstroke down, and here comes that rotation over. But, oh, yeah, well, mid lane. A more important kill, arguably. They are going to take down the Enchantress, potentially. A couple more auto attacks here from Neko. Should be able to find it. A nice rotation in from Rayla Lisa, though. Drops Neko super low, and he's going to be able to... Can PI get out? Doesn't have the dagger on him. Rayla Lisa, no blink up as well. And WDR just stuck in between a Centaur, some creeps. Will get himself his second kill of the fight.
You don't go down on the Phantom's acid, but you lose a lot of time right now. You're only at 25 CS. I mean, arguably, this is just as bad as dying for the PA. Not getting the extra gold here on the Queen of Pain, so it's a little bit of a blessing, but you'll lose the Nyx for it to get them all out of there, to get the PA out of there. In the mid lane, while that was happening, Arena Spear came out from the Mars and followed up with another one of those blasts and the keep it alive. There's 3 points in this Illuminate. 425 magical damage. Pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm assuming he saw after that gank, he just immediately buys a sentry, dewards the high ground cliff there. He's like, okay, not happening again. Where are we going item-wise? So Enigma's going for Guardian Greaves. Just wants to be able to group up, provide that aura to his team, also give himself that Dispel.
It's not essential to get your BKB in this game. There's 2 stuns you have to worry about: the Alchemist and the Mars Spear. So if you wait for the Mars Spear to come out and you catch the Alchemist in the Black Hole, which a lot of the time you're going to, they don't have any disables to work with until this Queen of Pain gets like an Orchid or Yules maybe. And we'll see.
All right,
So,
P1 making the rotation. They're looking for Lukey. There's going to be the Tornado, the EMP, Old White here as well. The Spear will send the Invoker back. Malefice gonna slowly take him down. I was like, yeah, there's your Black Hole, the first one of the game, and it will find an important kill. Lukey will finally go down here, ends up going to Old White, but the important thing is you're able to get your first Urn of Shadows charges. You absolutely have to pick these up early, or else the Invoker does not feel impactful.
It really enables your Quas Wex build. It's so much harder to get away when you have that Urn Autumn procking that, procking those cold snaps constantly. Going to need the Spirit Vessel as quickly as possible as well, given the fact he's playing against an Alchemist. So,
oh my gosh, Bloody Nine causing so much trouble here in this bottom lane as he just happened to just run at the PA. Hit her with the tomato clap. I'm surprised he didn't throw the boulders, though. Yeah, but top lane, they find the Invoker. He does get a Tornado off at the last moment. Will he get out? Protected by the Ghost Walk. Can Lukey snipe him? He's got a Spear. Will he throw it? Oh, Lukey. Is he going to guess correctly? The Spear. He's trying to find him. Not going to be able to trigger the Ghost Walk slow to trying to help out in bottom lane. Making another dive here onto the Nyx Assassin, but Old White rotating over.
That one was surprised. It almost looked like he could feel where he was there as he started to follow him around. I thought he was just going to go for a random Spear, but as you mentioned, he was trying to connect and get that Ghost Walk debuff onto himself. So Invoker ends up getting away. Next time, you're going to want to bring detection when playing a Quas Wex Invoker.
100% agree. I think
Mid lane,
oh, yeah, they have a DD
Double
rune
dim.
on Quap. This should be a tower if they don't respond. P1 is here. Enigma currently pushing bottom, though, with the other heroes. Drops that Midnight Pulse there with their own catapults. I mean, it's taking a lot of damage mid. I don't know if they can hold this.
Invoker doesn't want any part of this and just zones him away from the tower by threatening him with that Coddle Blast there. The 1200 HP Mud Golem is tanking up the tower, so the catapult, you have to stay on it.
Yeah, it's
DogChamp.
a nice run so far for DogChamp, and we saw them last game, top 3 net worth. They've done it again. I mean, it's a little bit easier to do at least top when you have an Alchemist, and he's, you know, closing in on a Battle Fury, but all top 3 going their way.
I'd say this Battle Fury is pretty slow. It makes sense given the fact you're playing against the Enigma. He's doing pretty well for himself now.
Mid lane arena, they managed to catch the Phantom Assassin. Rayla Lisa comes in, drops a Sonic Wave, but Neko's fine. Gets healed up thanks to that mech from that Enigma, and Rayla Lisa, mana burn, not going to connect as he barely makes it on the outside. Bloody Nine, not going to be as lucky. They jump on over. He does have that untouchable, but Neko will still be able to finish him off.
With that crit. Working on his own Battle Fury, but still very far away. Just has this broadsword completed. And Alchemist just about finished his as he farms up the Ancients while his team makes all this space for him, which is very necessary at the moment. The lane did not go great with this Enigma, but he'll accelerate very quickly once his Battle Fury is online. They got to find him inside the jungle. They got to take this mid tower and start to grab control of the map, but they're dealing with the same issue that they dealt with in the last game. This mid tower being held by Yarn by himself.
Exactly, man. This is why Coddle is banned so often. This hero just makes it impossible to take towers. Unless you have like a really big Necro like Zeus strat where you can, or like a Shadow Shaman who can ward drop, these creep waves are never going to make it. Or if you have like a pipe carrier, I suppose. You gotta have something to keep these creep waves alive to be able to push them in.
And just like that, they've given up. And you try to dive this Coddle, the Mars going to TP in, the Quap is going to TP in. You're going to get blown up. You just have to kind of accept that this guy is doing this until you get a couple more items. I mean, they're now going for this Blink Dagger on the Enigma. That'll help a little bit, you know. One hero, well, maybe Phantom Assassin will get the BKB and to jump on this Coddle, and then any sort of save or counter initiation, the Enigma will counter himself and black hole them. But you need a lot of items before we're there. and we have the solutions to take this mid-tier 1.
They did see WDR here on the Nyx assassin as B9 was rotating over, hoping to try and bait him out a little bit, but didn't end up get lucky. And now Luki continuing the push in the bottom lane. He has his Yules completed, gives him plenty of mana regen. The spear set up as well. Curious to see what his next item is going to be. Maybe just Blink Dagger or a BKB, honestly.
BKB feels pretty important to this game. Playing against the Nyx, the Grimstroke. I mean, Luki has to be like such a frontliner here, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the very front. Enigma, he's going for his Blink Dagger right now. He's also got the Guardian Greaves, like you mentioned. BKB not super important for him.
PA has Battle Fury on Courier? No. Oh my god, she still doesn't even have the she's a full Perseverance away. She went double Wraith Band. Dude, she is gonna just fall so far behind creep on this Alchemist.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned he's just forced to go to the bottom lane because top was going so poorly. This Coddle making the game impossible for the Phantom Assassin. Couldn't get anywhere close to the creep wave. Continues to be a massive issue.
Mm-hmm. They're smoked up, but guess... Oh, there it is! Yeah. They managed to take down Neko in the jungle. The rest of his team smoking to the Radiant side of the map. And meanwhile, DogChamp finds PA farming in a terrible position. All revealed by this ward that the Keeper of the Light placed about a couple minutes ago.
Mars, the last hero you want to commit on, and they think better of it. So smoke not working for them as they wrap in the jungle. And again, it feels like the team fights the call so much better after the laning phase ends on the side of DogChamp. Really interested in figuring out who's calling the shots here. They seem to be outplaying Jiang Hu around every corner.
Yeah, no, up 8k. That kill onto the Phantom Assassin, we were saying, you know, she's a Perseverance away. And just kind of resets her as creep finishes Assange, now approaching his Yasha. Mid lane? You have no trees. So WDR is going to be fine. Takes a lot of damage from the Keeper of the Light here. The Solar Bind comes in. Nice mech trying to keep him topped off. And it looks like they just don't really care about diving this, right? They just... Oh, well, Ray Lalisa comes in. Hadouken does connect the spear off the mark, though.
Dagger is ticking away here on the Nyx, but he's got one with 7 charges if he ends up ever being in any danger.
He activates the Vendetta as well, so he's coming back. They do manage to catch the Keeper of the Light out here. Now, Old White, the question is, yeah, no way you commit a Black Hole here. You should be able to take down Yarn pretty easily here with just the Invoker's help. They do get it in top lane. They find PA once again. They have Arena, but nothing to spear her into. A nice save there from WDR, and here comes the rest of the team. Old White's going to get a 2-man Black Hole. They will be able to turn this around, but there's going to be the Orchid coming in once again from Ray Lalisa. A nice spike Carapace to stun him out. B1 hits that Cold Snap Spirit Vessel combination. If they can take down the Queen of Pain, it'd be huge, but she's protected by the haste. But the dagger from Neko ends up finishing the 4th hero down.
Ended up getting the crit off onto that one, and finally they went a little bit too deep and had the Enigma to save them there. Thought they were going to be okay with that Orchid on the Queen of Pain, but managed to take that fight. It was a beautiful bind there by the Grimstroke, setting up that black hole. While all this is happening, you got to keep in mind there is a threat looming inside the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, there's a big boy. And they're still not able to pressure this mid tower. They had fortification. Coddle still clearing out the creep wave. And at the end of the day, Jiang Hu doesn't get any objectives.
I mean, this Coddle is such a massive issue for them. As you were talking about, they don't want to commit the black hole if they keep it. Like, I would at this point. I would. This guy is a massive thorn in their side. You should have banned this one out. I think this is scarier than any other hero. It did so much work last game, and yet again, this mid tower sits at 1400 HP.
He's like the new Treant Protector, basically.
He's Treant Protector, but better. My favorite hero. He's playing way too far forward right now.
Yeah, managed to catch that Grimstroke. There's the Spear Arena combo set up, and with the help of the Keeper of the Light, Yarn, to be able to pick him up another kill here. Luki, a beautiful setup with that spear.
It's 1900 gold, almost 2000 gold in the bank on this Coddle. So I still want to keep talking about this guy. Probably, oh, he gets a Philosopher's Stone as well on the Alk. Yarn will take that.
Oh yeah, Coddle does not use he has no time for auto attacking people. He lets his years of magical experience help him out. Another illuminate through the mid lane. They're just slowly whittling down this mid tower.
There is little hope
Yeah,
for
I mean, it's sitting at almost half HP already. Once he grabs that, they'll grab shrines. They got them just before the 20-minute mark in that last game, so XP advantage made things even worse. But yet again, 11k net worth up, despite you having the kill advantage here on Jiang Hu. 7-11 right now.
They're pressuring top lane with this like level 4 enchanted Hellbear Smasher, so it did a lot of damage to the tower. But I'm surprised Ray Lalisa backed off, because you were right. If they get this, you know, tier 2 tower, they open up those outposts bottom lane. They do find Mars though, drop him right inside of that ice wall. There's going to be the Spirit Vessel reapplied, and no, if they don't offer any help to the Mars, he's going to go down here. Oh, another Spirit Vessel, and a great impale comes in from WDR. He does finally go down on Lukey.
Yeah. They use this off. Well, I mean, he goes down, but Alchemist says, well, the safest place for me to farm is the enemy team's jungle. They grab the tier 2 because of it. They will have the opportunity to grab the shrines. Everyone's wildly paying them out right now, but Alk still continuing to farm up. This guy is going to be huge. Waiting to take the fight on his terms, it seems. Is that a BKB? Yeah, it is a BKB flying at him. So we're now at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, this is like the dream for this hero. Oh, WIJ walks by a courier, but he doesn't really want to reveal himself, I suppose. Yaren able to just force staff away because he's almost to another Lotus Orb. Solarbind does find P1 Lukey. He does have Dustin. He catches him just barely on the edge. And there's going to be another Illuminate. The Sonic Wave. P1 goes down as Lukey smashes him with his shield mid lane. Another Yules comes in. They're not going to let you get away that easily, Grimstroke, as they pick up a second kill.
I do suffer, fool.
Things, suddenly getting worse, evening out the kill score. Didn't close the net worth advantage at all in that one, but they take this opportunity to go into the Roche. I mean, they're holding the tier 1 tower. The enemies are taken down. They're down 2 heroes. Just got the fight there. Why not? It's going to be pretty slow. His Alchemic Rage is going to run out before they take it. Grimstroke will respawn, but I think they'll manage to grab this before the Invoker is able to TP in and react.
Yeah. I'd really like to see a Heart of Tarask on this Alchemist after the Abyssal Blade. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it is quite funny.
How much regen?
Base 128 without having Chemical Rage active.
128 without the Chemical Rage. Very cool.
Yep. And then you get the shard, because Berserk Potion can be self-cast to purge off Spirit Vessel. And then you also get the extra regen from Berserk Potion. It's very cool. Mid lane, nice catch on a WDR, but nice bait instead as they find the Mars. They're going to catch a nice impale into Yar, and in comes Ray Lalisa. This is not where you want to be. Just blinks right into a black hole. The Sunstrike is their Alchemist offering some support. Ray Lalisa forced a BKB blink out. They just did not have the damage. The Phantom Assassin was not there.
I mean, I don't think either team was expecting that fight there. An Alchemist, I mean, he's got the Aegis, he's got a BKB to work with. You don't want to commit on to this. You learned from your lessons last game going on tanky targets.
He's just there to farm.
Yeah. And they have to accept that he's farming.
Yeah, Orchid onto that Nyx Assassin. He is definitely going down here. A nice mana burn, going to do some serious work, but I don't think they really... they know they're not going to kill Creep. The idea is, you know, try and slow him down, distract him.
Wait, you can kill Ray Lalisa.
Oh my god, he's gonna find Storm. The dust comes out just in time.
It looked like for a moment that Ray Lalisa blinks in, Black King Bar is on cooldown. I think he could have jumped on him and killed him there.
Yeah, it might have been close.
You might have died afterwards, though, and I'm not sure that would have been worth it. Desolator was just completed in the middle of that last team fight. Things continuing to get worse. I mean, they're doing great with these black holes, but you take these team fights, you find the kills.
Speaking of blinking where you don't want to, Ray Lalisa goes right on top of the Sunstrike from P1. Oh no. This is why you do not blink into areas without vision usually. That is a huge feed, and unfortunately, cost his BKB as well. Coddle mid lane, able to dodge out that tornado. They managed to find the Enchantress. She able to get Lotus Orbed up, but a great arena on the backside from Luki, holding both Enigma and Invoker in place. Unable to Ghost Walk as there's already a Sentry. Can they get the damage? He will. The Impetus just barely finding that kill, and now WDR here caught up with that Solar Bind as Creep, as well as the boys, will be able to finish him off, squash that bug, and now Luki gonna send Storm. I can't get over not saying J-Storm, but they send Storm down. Caught by the Solar Bind. A very slow death here, as he will eventually fall.
Too far out, eh? Just trying to spam out that creep wave there. Got to keep your distance at the moment. Now, him down, Invoker did for another 23 seconds. I don't think they'll be able to push this high ground, but they might be able to take the tier 3 before Invoker gets back up.
Oh, they caught PA. No BKB quite yet. The chain stuns are there, but they force 2 buybacks. A nice impale onto the Enchantress. She's going to be the first to fall. The question is, can they get more? It would be really worth it. There's going to be the jump on in. Yaren silenced up, but protected by the Lotus Orb. Still does fall. Nice spear onto the Nyx. Old White. No black hole for another 13 seconds. It looks like they're just going to accept those 2 losses. The 2 supports getting caught out. For 2 buybacks, not the end of the world if you don't lose anyone else.
The important part is the gold win onto Neko here. I mean, it's... Oh, nice.
Well, we said if you don't lose anyone else. Yeah, he did not expect that Nyx assassin. They had a ward up on the high ground, but no sentry there to see that rotation. Ends up costing him big.
Yeah. And it's going to cost them bigger as bounty runes just spawn as you're missing 2 heroes, so you lose 2 of them at the very least. Yeah, Bloody 9 did TP up to the top lane. Alchemist not too happy about that one. Still has a hell of a lead over this Phantom Assassin, but the PA now has a little bit to work with. Almost has this BKB complete. Now sitting at level 18, so these are some very big crits coming out from her. And
P1 mid lane, nice push back. He drops the ice wall. It doesn't look like there's any way to get through that unless you want a BKB. And it's not really worth it. He did go hard at Tarask, dude. Okay, I was correct. 243 health per second, by the way.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And of course, you have the Quicksilver Amulet, which is always active during the Chemical Rage. So even better.
Moving very quick around the map. 429 movement speed when he's in Chemical Rage now. Very cool. And could be a little bit disastrous for Neko if he's not careful. Just see them walk towards the shrine though, so he knows there's enemies in the area. Probably TP out.
Yeah, you are correct. Well done. Creep just gonna casually farm some creeps. I can't get used to saying that, but we're gonna have to. So the one thing I'm curious is if he goes the unstable concoction damage or the cleave. I think I lean more towards the concoction damage personally.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's much easier to replace the Battle Fury as the game goes on. If you get the cleave, how generous he's feeling, how many Aghanim Scepters he's going to build is the question here. And probably not that many.
Yeah, it might also depend on how much or how soon you feel like you might be able to end the game. Invoker does have an Aghanim Scepter, and Enigma has queued up the Shard, which he can buy if he wants to, or he's going to go for the Blink first. They don't actually manage to find Bloody 9 there on the Enchantress. The Force Staff save from the Coddle. He's going to walk up onto the high ground. He sees WR, but a Eul's comes out instead. Can they continue the chase, though? Protected by a Glimmer. Does hit with the Dust. Yaren cannot see him, though. Just out of vision. Luki trying to find someone. Ward drop there from Storm. Will he be able to catch him? Hiding in the trees. It's not going to happen. Another Glimmer Cape. They will just have to cut their losses.
Buying a little bit of time for this Phantom Assassin. Managed to finish the BKB there. 10 seconds. Opts not to go with Basher next. Instead, the Aghanim Scepter. So trying to go from target to target here. And the 35% of blur evasion. The Alchemist... yeah, he went for the 25% cleave. You have to here. You have your Battle Fury. You're going to have to replace that Battle Fury with an MKB or pick up a Divine Rapier. If you give him a Divine Rapier for the Phantom Assassin, you're not in a good place. Mid.
Yeah, nice catch here by WDR. He was trying to be cheeky and scout out this smoke gank, but actually it might end up working out as they're going to turn it around, and now Luki on the Mars just gets melted by Neko on the PA. A lot of damage, and that's the first 10-second BKB.
Yes, that was a 10-second BKB reveal, found an Orb of Destruction, and buffed up from Alacrity. This Phantom Assassin is suddenly very scary. A double damage rune as well.
Oh yeah, baby. They are not done on Jiang Hu. Like you said, this is this kind of the comfort strategy. This Enigma PA seems to work out pretty dang well for them.
The lineup they had 2 heroes landed when they were playing against the Cut and managed to win that game number 1. If Roshan had respawned or was respawning now, you know, that double damage rune would be even more value. But DogChamp, buying the time, realizing this PA is a massive issue. So getting the next couple of items before going into fight. This Abyssal Blade being finished here on the Alchemist. Carlo working on this Aether Lens, and Queen of Pain now wants this Shiva's Guard, so doesn't just get blown up by the Phantom Assassin in these team fights. Very necessary pickup.
Yeah, it also helps reduce the healing from the Guardian Greaves active and aura, which is really important. So generally just a solid pickup when you see that type of item.
Yep. That's the money for it right now. So we can jump to the side shop and grab it. Almost level 22, so AoE Shadow Strike or Spell Lifesteal is going to go a long way.
Oh,
W sitting in the trees here.
Some nice jungle items dropped there, a Quickening Charm and a Cloak of Flames. So I think if you're Enigma, you're pretty happy with the Quickening Charm. I'm curious who's going to take the Cloak of Flames. Probably, gosh, I don't know. I don't know if anyone really wants it. PA is definitely going to keep the Orb of Destruction. Invoker does not care. Maybe you put it on Grimstroke. I don't know.
Maybe. This game is very close for DogChamp being up 16k net worth. I thought they could cinch this one out like they did last game, but
So much more.
They're definitely struggling. Like this game isn't as I would say this game is much closer than last game. Roshan, a really late respawn. It was almost just over 2.5 minutes. But right now, like they're really not able to go and fight against Jiang Hu. Like they have so much high ground defense just because of this Enigma. And now that you have the Abyssal finally on the Alchemist, like maybe you can have a way of canceling the BKB Black Hole, but he's just going to Black Hole the Alchemist.
yeah, the Alchemist needs to be inside that black hole. It's something we were talking about. And it's one of the reasons why he got this BKB so late. It wasn't until he goes, okay, the Queen of Pain has an Orchid. It's time to get the BKB. That he cares about this one.
P1
Ceremonial
continuing the
rope.
sleep push.
I mean, they've been constantly pushing out this bottom lane and threatening it. They managed to take a tier 2 tower before DogChamp did, despite DogChamp's control over the map.
Yule's
Shut
there,
off his
comes
face.
out, but yeah, he's super dead. Nice attempt there on the Nyx. I mean, he's doing what he can. Did I just have a gem? I actually don't.
They're wasting so much time here. The fact that this Roche is respawning so late is so good for Jiang Hu.
Yeah, it really is.
Bottom. I mean, Neko's benefiting so much from this. The Aghanim Scepter is now complete. I mean, he's going to be ready to fight.
Oh,
once
the
this Nyx
smoke
staff
mid,
back up.
Lukey. He sees in the arena. He is able to send Neko to the side, but Old White, he BKs Bs for this. He has to just walk away now as they're going to continue the aggression. Ray Lisa does blink in aggressively onto Neko. BKB's down on pretty much everyone. A Soulbind, nicely done. Going to be thrown onto the Alchemist, try and slow them down, but Ray Lisa will be able to finish off that Grimstroke. And then go back to Roche to check it, and to their surprise, or I guess not their surprise, there's already an Enchantress Courier. They will just take on the second Roche of the game, Aegis and Cheese.
Not a whole lot they're going to be able to do about this one. P1, everything you can here in the bottom lane. Actually done a lot of damage to this tier 3. Now sitting at half HP. But not going to be able to contest the Rose. Marsh is forced back. It does open up the possibility, but without Nyx, without Grimstroke, there is... it would be way too greedy to go for that one.
Yeah.
BKB's on cooldown as well on the Phantom Assassin.
Man, this is looking pretty rough. Again, 18,000
Jungle?
gold lead. Wait, who did they find? Lukey, not protected by a BKB, and he's just going to go down to Neko. Doesn't even manage to throw the spear out, and now B9 on the run. There was an old man on a horse there, neph. I'm pretty sure he was there. Gonna be able to continue the chase. They find B9. Yule set up into the Impale. The Meatball triple kill for the Phantom Assassin.
I mean, Neko, he's here. Alchemist is going to be a tough target to bring down. He's got an Assault Harass almost done as well. So, but at the moment, no armor. He's sitting at 10 plus 5. Only when he's beside the tier 3 tower. You could just blow this guy up. You got the burst damage for it.
All right, Abyssal out. Impale's gonna miss, but in comes Old White. The first hit bash. You're kidding me. There's gonna be the black hole, but so much time wasted. He has the Aegis and the Heart of Taraski's not taking any damage. Neko pops his BKB, trying to run Blink Strike on out. WDR does hit an Impale onto Ray Lalisa, but will get pushed back. Creep trying to do what he can to find some kills. Soulbind comes in. Neko turns it around. The damage onto the Alchemist gets silenced up, but the two-man stun. They get the Sonic Wave. Neko falling so low. Ray Lalisa with the aggressive blink up onto the high ground will almost take down Storm, but the Ghost Scepter just in time, and then the Abyssal from Alk. They will trade. The Phantom Assassin dying is a huge loss, and they will not be able to find the Invoker.
Buyback expended. The question is if they can hold for long enough for the PA to not use their buyback. She does have it available, just barely enough gold here. Last team fight. Only Yarn necessary to buy back there. But that Alchemist surviving. No detection on the Radiant Heroes. That a Glimmer Cape. You gotta have it.
Yeah, that is
putting in work in this game.
So difficult.
Black Hole expended it. This is your major tool. It stops them from grouping up and taking these towers here. I mean, we mentioned that the Abyssal Blade was less value because you're always going to be black holing this Alchemist, but they saved him there. It was such an awkward turnaround. I don't think they communicated that black hole. And there it is. PA forced to buy back, and they're going to lose his melee axe regardless. You gotta somehow get this Alchemist.
I don't think you can. He's got a Lotus Orb to protect him. He's regenerating almost 300 health a second. An Arena comes out. Forget the Soulbind. Who even cares? You take down the Nyx. Meatball comes through. Will do a decent chunk of damage, but Neko, he's the one you gotta be careful for with BKB pop on Creep, and Luki gets the blink out. They're gonna look for more. B9 getting cleaved down, but untouchable. A little bit difficult to deal with. Solar Bind onto P1. Old White. BKB Black Hole available in just 15 seconds. The question is, what can you even do? The thing is, if he gets the BKB and that Chemical Rage off, you don't have damage to kill the Alk in the Black Hole, I don't think.
No, even the Phantom Assassin can't to bring her down, not with this Orb of Destruction. 267 HP a second. It is just way too much. The guy's got Assault Cross to work with as well.
There it is. There's the blink, the BKB. Can they do it? The damage. They do got him. The Caster's Curse is real. Oh my goodness. That Cataclysm coming in from P1. Absolutely shredding them with the help of Neko there. And there was no other save.
I mean, 800 pure damage from that Cataclysm. Enigma, that Midnight Pulse, plus the Black Hole. And PA, you know, with the crits there, they just barely managed to get him. And with a little help of the casters, of course, cursing him out.
Of course.
We'll be credited for that kill after the game, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the highlight will just be you and me talking about it.
About him dying. If they hadn't cursed him there, didn't have that caster debuff, he would have gotten out of there safely. Game would be over. Oh
my god, Luki gets out. Unbelievable. He actually had no idea he was being chased by the Nyx assassin, but gets recalled to the base by Yaren right as he was about to get gone on by the Nyx.
A couple times, but they've just got these spidey senses. Ray Lalisa and avoided WDR a number of times too. Mid lane, they've got 25 seconds, and the Alk has no buyback. They still have Fortify available, but I'm not sure they'll drop it here for the tier 2.
How does Coddle have a plus 200 cast range talent?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That actually just doesn't make sense.
It was... wasn't it like 350 at 20 before, and they changed things around?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was something insane like that. But 200 at 15 is pretty wild as well. It's almost got to full uptime. If you get the quickening charm on him as well, there's like a 6-second downtime on your spirit form.
Fit for a queen.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Double Minotaur horns. Yo, do you think if you put them both on your head, you would be an actual Minotaur instead of just a shameful half Minotaur?
Yes, it works much in the way if you assemble 4 quarter staffs, it makes a staff.
Ah, nice. I've always wanted a staff, neph. Anyway, bottom lane, they're gonna find B9 here. It gets absolutely bursted. Luki drops the arena, does connect with the stun. Sonic Wave ends up pushing him over the wall. The stuns are there, but BKB will escape. The Soulbind able to slow them down for a moment, but they will find the Nyx. Glimmer Cape, TP. You're freaking kidding me. You're actually kidding me.
These teams have a serious problem with carrying detection.
Yaren literally swaps Dustin over his windlace. He's like, whoops, my bad. I'm hasted, but I'm still carrying this, you know, this thing in my backpack. Don't worry.
It's a 20 movement speed. This team's not going to be happy about it with that one. It's definitely going to be something talked about after the game. Spell Prism now found. Okay, we got the big item. Ceremonial Robot will be swapped out. Didn't get the cooldown reduction at level 15, though. Instead went for the 30 attack speed.
They're looking for Lukey here. They do have a ward. WDR plus P1 might be able to find him. No, he does have a new BKB, so Mars not as easily killable. Top lane, they could force Creep's BKB if they get in range here. And they will find him, indeed. There's going to be the Impale to follow the setup out. He'll just, yeah, he's just going to press Chemical Rage and walk away. He'll be fine.
Not without that Phantom Assassin. And if you can force the BKB there, which I think is what they were going for, you know, that would be a little bit of a win. Lower the charges on that thing. You do not want to walk up to the high ground in their triangle at nighttime.
Oh,
but
they do see Creep. Oh, Light goes in. The Blink, BKB, the Cataclysm with Neko. Can they finish him off? They do. Alk is dead. 95 seconds, and Lukey stuck inside his own arena, not where he wants to be. Old White starting to fall low. Will they find the kill? Protected for the moment, but a Sonic Wave will finish him off. Neko doing so much damage on the PA now. They will be able to take down B9. 3 heroes dead. Old White, the only casualty, but he did his job.
All he has to do is get the black hole off onto this Alchemist. I mean, he's the one holding the Abyssal Blade. He's the only way they have to cancel this thing. He holds the entire net worth of Team DogChamp, 31,000. Once he's down, it's too hard to defend. He's got buyback available, but they're probably going to force it here.
You just hope Roche doesn't respawn very quickly if you're the Team DogChamp. We'll see as it's possible in about 8 seconds, but Neko has to wait for these creeps to come to the mid lane.
This Keeper of the Light continuing to be a nuisance, and after this is done, they still have a Fortify to fall back on.
Nearly max duration, or max spawn time on Roshan there. Trying to do what you can on Rayla Lisa. This Aghanim Scepter, obviously reducing the cooldown on that Sonic Wave pretty drastically. Even furthermore with the Spell Prism. Oh, they jump in. PA, she's going to have to BKB. She doesn't have for one more second. We'll be able to turn around. Rayla Lisa has Blink, though. Soulbind hadn't latched yet. All right. I think that's down to 5-second BKB now on Neko, so that cooldown definitely does matter.
5 seconds left. Great hold there by Team DogChamp. Not wasting that Alchemist buyback. Things are starting to turn around, though. The net worth lead, you're only up 7k ahead of this Phantom Assassin. You're sitting at level 24 to Phantom Assassin 26. There was triple Stifling Daggers coming out that last team fight as well, before the Alchemist died, in fact. And now Spell Prism found for the Dire heroes, too. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Enigma's pretty happy about that one, if I had to guess, as it's being zoomed out to the courier. Hello, sir. You have upgraded your Quickening Charm to an even larger charm. And now Grimstroke found by the arena. I mean, you got to get something. You can't just... You can't just keep losing these fights. Neko. Oh, baby, the bash, the Cataclysm. Impale, goodbye. Rayla Lisa on the backside creep. Looks for Old White. He just commits the black hole. He has no choice. Alchemist, is he going to go down? He's going to be able to cleave him. It's Neko versus Creep, and it looks like Neko has the edge. He's going to continue the chase, trying to take down B9 here, but Ghost Scepter protective. Creep finds a DD rune. Got to be careful. Lukey. Still fighting his own battles.
And Old White surprisingly buys back. They're not done yet. Gets on top of Bloody Nine. There's no way you're getting away this time. Yeah. Now both teams have learned the lesson. They're holding detection.
Absolutely. E-Blade comes in from Storm. Gotta love it. He's gonna pop there to that Phantom's Embrace. A great combination of the Phantom's Embrace, E-Blade.
It's pretty wild to see these items come out. The E-Blade. I mean, it's a 6 save if they manage to get on top of. I don't know. Alchemist gets on top of when he. I think the Enigma. You probably save him. It's not that expensive anymore. I used to think, oh, I see a support with an E-Blade. That is like fun money that he has.
Mm-hmm. Yaren's taking a page out of Ice book here and picking up the Abyssal Blade. so that they have another way of canceling the black hole that's not just the alchemist. I mean, he can force staff himself in, use that abyssal blade to cancel the black hole, and that is your best hope at this point. It is causing so many problems here for the side of DogChamp.
That might just win them the game. You have an extra 200 cast range on it as well. It wouldn't be that difficult to cancel the black hole with this. You're going to have to see that he's going for this and build a... yeah, that's a Lincoln Sphere. We know it's a refresher orb. Sorry.
Yeah.
You need a Lincoln Sphere to deal with that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of refresher orbs, there's one on the Roshan as it is falling very fast here. Team DogChamp, and they smoke out of the base. They're trying to close the gap to get here as fast as possible, but WDR, he's going to scout it out, and P1 drops an immediate tornado. The Roshan falling solo. Creep has to get inside the pit. Will he pop the Abyssal Blade? But Old White once again able to hit him with that black hole. The Cataclysm coming through. Can Alchemist survive? He pops the BKB. The Roshan goes down. Neko comes out ahead as he picks up every single item, and now Old White pops the cheese, trying to survive as long as he can. They will be able to take him down. Neko pops his BKB, still has the Aegis and Refresher, but Creep stuck inside the Roche Pit by himself. Chemical Rage expired. He needs some serious help. A reflected Hex Neko. Can he be kept away? The Invis, the Glimmer Capes. He's actually surviving the Heart of Trask. It's enough regen. PA, she has nothing left. The Aegis is her only saving grace. Trying to swap that Refresher Shard in. Loses her first life. Luki with a beautiful spear on the backside, finding the Grimstroke. Rayla Lisa will be able to finish him off. There's the Abyssal Blade. They're silencing her mouth. She swapped the BKB into her pocket. She has to pop the refresher, and now the BKB gonna be used. The spear catches the invoker. They're gonna be able to finish him off. Unbelievable. PA not gonna be able to pop her BKB as well. They get the abyssal. Oh my god, it's a disaster. Jiang Hu, they're falling solo, protected for a moment, but Luki gets a double kill.
Does have the money for buyback, though, is going to have to immediately. They're looking to end the game here on DogChamp, not wasting any time off the back of that team fight, but without the black hole, I'm not sure they can take this Alchemist down. It's going to be way too hard.
They're just going to tank this up. The amount of regen this Alchemist has. Just a casual 140, a nice two-man impale. They need to try and find something. The Abyssal Blade from the Coddle. Finds people when he's able to pop the BKB. Giant AoE deafening blast, but Alchemist has taken 0 damage. He's going to use his Abyssal onto the next Assassin, try and close the gap. Venom Assassin trapped in the arena will have to blink on out, and now Creep still has this Chemical Rage ready to pop that as soon as he wants to try and finish off this game, and P1 trying to stall it out. The Tornado, the EMP.
Enigma's back up, and so is the black hole. If he can get this onto...
There it is, the black hole, but guess what? Old White, no, he walks right into it. They get the Alk. Bloody 9 looking to be in a lot of trouble as well. Stuck inside the Midnight Pulse. Blink forward in from Neko. The Abyssal Blade committed onto the PA. A 4-staff save there, but guess what? Creep is back. So is B9. The Abyssal Blade on forward. They're trying to take down the PA. The second Abyssal, the pushback from the Spear. Luki, you sent him the wrong way. Black hole number 2 onto the Alchemist. A dieback on the Alk would be absolutely massive, but he's trying to run. Little Piggy, can he escape? He will. Oh my gosh, DogChamp, they gotta focus the barracks. You gotta take this down before these heroes come back to life. Rayla Lisa starting to fall pretty low. He goes down, buybacks into the game. Mars looking to fall as well as he will use himself into the air. The arena holding Jiang Hu in place. Neko, can he escape? They're looking for the invoker. He will BKB. Old White finally dies. The base, however, is the objective, and DogChamp end it. 46 minutes. Incredible game.
What a fight to end that game. My god, the Phantom Assassin just panicking, trying to carry that game on his back there. BKB ended up being swapped out, and they couldn't quite get that Alchemist. Just way too much HP regen with that Heart of Taras. Even with 3-4 black holes, you take him down once, but you can't get him the second time. Absolutely insane gameplay by DogChamp.
Yeah, what a game. This was so much fun to watch. This is why I was excited to see the Enigma, right? It's always going to make an interesting game. And it looks like the sustain on the Alk, like you said, just too much for them to deal with. They dealt with his first life, but again, his second life, just not enough damage. They just could not finish it off. And Team DogChamp will take the first series of the day 2-0. Wow.
I mean, they played incredibly well. Both these teams here, I mean, they had their moments in this last game, but I got to say, you can't give up this Keeper of the Light. Yaron ended up doing so much work, farmed it himself in Abyssal, but he didn't get the chance to really show it off, unfortunately. But they did so many plays, so many items countering out what they were going over in Jiang Hu, and they played so fast as well. Every time somebody died in game number 1, the moment that Ember went down, they went, okay, push high ground. This is where we can end it. In that game there, you lose that team fight to Old White's down. Once he commits the black hole, they know that's the only way they're taking out this alchemist. We need to make our plays then. Noticing the one moments in pushing when they have that, and they didn't have the call on the side of Jiang Hu. That was something that allowed DogChamp to hold the base, but Jiang Hu just didn't have that high ground defense, even with all the team fight they had.
Yeah. Super fun first series of the day. We will be having an interview in just a moment, but let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets, the group stage where we are. Lower division here, simply 2 base, as we talked about. They are top of the charts. DogChamp actually going to tie up Arkosh here right in the center at 2-2, 5-5, but Arkosh going to have a little bit of a lead there just because of their head-to-head match where Arkosh did come out ahead. What an incredible series to start off. And we do, like I said, have simply 2 base versus the cut coming up just after this, a little bit later this afternoon. But Neph, do we happen to know who we have coming in for an interview?
Oh, it will be Ray Lalisa the moment I get his Discord ID. They changed over. We're going to have Lukey originally.
Bummer.
Very happy to... Listen, I'm more excited for Ray Lalisa. I haven't heard from him yet, so excited to finally get a word in from the mid laner here.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be good. It'll be good. I'm actually really excited. I'm not upset that I'm speaking to Ray Lalisa. I just haven't had a Lukey interview in a little while. We'll get one eventually.
We'll see if he accepts that friend request, and I can pull him in. There we go. Ricky, are you ready?
I am indeed ready, sir. Let's go ahead and do this.
Hello.
Hello, Ray Lalisa. Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations, the 2-0 at some impressive stuff there.
Thank you.
Ricky, let's start with you. Just dragged Ray Lalisa. A little bit lost for words after that last team fight to the end of that last game. Ended up dragging out like 2-3 minutes there. How are you feeling at the end there, though?
To be honest, I think if we didn't end the throne there, I think we would have lost because I don't know. It seemed it's actually it was rough, but I'm glad we won and we needed the 2-0. So
I actually kind of agree with you there. We were getting worried that the Phantom Assassin and the Enigma was going to become too much of an issue for you guys, and luckily that team fight at Roche ended up just going really well for you, and guys can go high ground. You had the buyback advantage. Super entertaining way to end the game. But yeah, congratulations and great performance there.
Thank you.
Neph, how would you like to start off the questions here?
All right, I got plenty. Mid lane, game number 1. All right. Runes ended up spawning on your side of the river twice. The mid lane was looking a little bit sketchy. I was thinking, all right, they got Storm Spirit. They're playing against Shadow Shaman Undying. Backline's dead if the Storm Spirit ends up popping off. Were you worried about the state of the game at the start? Do you think it was just the lucky 50-50s with the runes, or were you not really worried at that point? Because again, mid lane wasn't going the best for you. Was it super important that you ended up getting those?
To be honest, I think in that game 1, I played really bad. I was just too greedy. I went 2-0-2, and I didn't respect him as a player. So I just got solo killed by him, and that was pretty unfortunate. But in terms of the runes, I think to me it doesn't really matter. I just need to farm, and I just have a Coddle in my game, so I don't really care about the rune too much, I think.
Well,
but it was nice to have the DD. I had a DD, and then I was able to TP top and get 2 kills up there. So.
Speaking of you TPing top, I wanted to ask one more before I pass it over to Ricky. The Coddle that you guys got 2 games in a row. I think that was the single biggest factor that won you that game. You guys played the map so well and used that Coddle so amazing, just holding those towers. Were you surprised they ended up giving that to you guys game number 2? How much of your game plan is built around that Yaron on the Keeper of the Light?
I think a lot of it. Yeah, Yaron is a beast on that Coddle. I don't think the other team studied us or know about it because usually other teams, I think they kind of pick it up or they ban it themselves and they don't really give us Kodo. So I think, yeah, Yaron's a really good Kodo player.
Well, 16-4, and he says that he played a bad game number 1. This is a hell of a humble guy, Ricky. What do you got for him?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, game number 2 was. I'll talk about game number 2. We already talked about the ending. How confident are you guys like going into mid game? Because you definitely wanted to make space for the Alchemist, but as soon as Enigma picked up that BKB, was it just did your game plan change at all, or was it pretty much get Aegis and hope that we go into high ground and come out successfully?
In terms of heroes, I said this like before the game started. Like I knew we were on a timer. I feel like the later the game goes, it's definitely gonna be the harder it is. Because I mean, I think like early game, mid game, we definitely had the advantage, right? Like PA was really poor.
Yeah.
But once PA just gets like Battle Fury and BKB, obviously all of a sudden he's like such a strong hero. So, but yeah, going late game, I mean, to be honest, I think we were just a better team, better players. So we just had faith that we would win. But like heroes, I think they had better heroes for sure late game. Yeah.
Interesting game. I mean, a really fun performance on the Queen of Pain, the Aghanim Scepter, combined with Spell Prism, always really funny. So I guess my only other question is, like how's the team atmosphere while you guys are playing? Is there like a single shot caller, or is you guys kind of all talking? Yeah. Like who's making the calls? Like who's doing the drafts and everything like this?
Usually it's B9. B9's doing the draft for sure. And then in calls, I think it just depends on who's having a good game, right? Like sometimes Lukey on his Timber, he's like really strong, really farmed. He'll be making the calls, telling the team what to do. Sometimes it would be on the Storm, who I want to jump. And so that always kind of switches. But most of the time you can say it's like B9 making the smoke calls and stuff like that.
Very nice. Neph, anything else you want to say?
Absolutely. I wanted to pepper with a couple more questions, if you don't mind, Ray.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, DogChamp, you guys got a hell of a logo.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, nice. your emotes, your loading screens. What do you guys got planned? Tell me about this revenue sharing, this DPC stuff. You submitted your stuff?
Actually, I have no idea because I think somebody else handles that for the team. Yeah, okay. Somebody else completely does like the media, the trash talking or whatever, the banter. I'm just a player, so I don't know too much about what's going on.
All right, who's the brains behind the operation at DogChamp? Show them.
Yeah. His name is Skyward. So he's the one
Skyward.
That's Skyward. He's handling everything behind the scenes. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Anything you want to say before we let you go?
Just shout out to all the people watching DPC and continue to support the NA scene. And yeah, that's it. Yep.
Right on, man. Well, thank you so much. And once again, congratulations on a great performance today, going 2-0. Puts you guys in a pretty good spot. So hopefully we'll get to watch more of your games. But again, thank you for joining us.
Yep, no problem. Thanks.
All right, Neph. Pretty great start to the day, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but we got a lot more ahead of us. Break it down for the people. Why don't you, Ricky? We got the biggest match of the lower division coming up. The two giants.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be The Cut versus Simply 2-Based coming up here at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So just about 35 minutes away is when we're going to be seeing that second series. So a little bit of a break here before we go into it, but should be a very good one. So definitely stay tuned. Get excited. These two teams fighting for the #1 position here in the Division 2 of North American DPC. But Neph, any fond words for everyone before we put them on a break?
Thank you so much for everyone who joined us at the start of the game, choosing to watch NA over, low skill European Dota. We've got it all over here at the NA broadcast. As you know, if you've been around since the start, and stay tuned. Just another 35 minutes until game number 2.
All right. We'll see y'all then. Thank you all for watching.